What's occurring, Battle Union fans? This is going to be the live final. You've got me, Fredo, commentating, and we've got Chaos in the Sky. Say hey.
Hey, how's it going?
The final is going to be between Pokemon Trip HD and the Dallas Staravias against Rizzy Pow and the Phoenix Sunfloras. So, who's your money on, Chaos?
I'm sure we all know that the Golden Boy Trip is who I'm rooting for.
Back in the champion.
I've
obviously,
won every season Trip.
He managed to carry on Anima's legacy from season 1 and brought Mega Medicham through to the final last season. And he's also stopped the legacy this season by beating the Wolverhampton Weavils, who had Mega Medicham. It's going to be Mega Lopunny's turn this time, maybe?
Mega Lopunny has just been tearing up leagues recently.
Yeah, it's definitely like top 3 Megas for League format.
Yeah, probably. If not top 5.
Yeah, it's my favorite, at least. I had it last season, but I was a scrub with it. And there's been many better players using it. Not just sure about Trip being one of those better players, but, you know, Miguel, Shardy.
I mean, like, better, mediocre, maybe. Like, mediocre instead of bad might be the word I'd use. Because, I mean, we're talking about Shoddy here.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. We can go with that. So, Riz is going to be the underdog in this game. Trip got off to a massive start this season. I think he went 5-0 before his first loss.
Didn't he only lose 2 matches? Or how many did he end up losing?
I've got on the spreadsheet.
Just one? Just Jim?
Yeah.
I thought someone else beat him too, but it was just Jim. Okay.
According to this, yeah. Finished with a plus 18 differential, 7 wins, 1 loss.
That is insane.
That's good. Especially considering his team isn't what you may call conventional. He's rocking the 2 evolutions, Vaporeon and Umbreon, which most people will put Umbreon down in League format because they say it just does nothing because it's very sort of...
Enzo is trying to trade with Trip while we're waiting to start the match.
What's he trying to trade?
I don't know. He just keeps offering to trade and then Trip turns him down.
Typical Enzo. I want Enzo back. I'm going to be nagging him to try and come back for season 4.
Oh, Trip is telling us to stay on topic. I think he's the new you.
Oh, God, okay. So, yeah, these guys should be ready to start in a couple of minutes, if not now.
I don't think Riz is online.
Well done, Riz.
So I'm pretty sure we're waiting on him right now. Riz, hurry it up.
Is that Riz online? I can't see because I don't have my glasses on. Lol.
No, that's Jedi Cardet.
Okay.
The true champion has returned to take on for the surprise final match. Jedi Cardet is here.
That would be a bonus round, surely.
There needs to be a loser playoffs next season to where like the bottom 4 get into a losers playoff bracket.
Jedi would definitely be in that bracket.
Yeah, definitely.
Baby I will not be returning for season 4, so who knows who will take his place.
Good news. I mean, what? Nay?
Don't you mean nay?
I do mean nay. I should probably tweet this out really quick before it gets underway.
Yeah. That would be a good idea. If I can manage both. Do you want to talk while I do this? Because I can't multitask very well.
I can't either, and I'm typing. So we did not think this through at all.
Hopefully we can have a stream this time with no technical difficulties.
See, why would you say that? Because now it's going to happen.
No, it's not. We're going to be lucky. Lucky and bad.
We're not Ethan. Who are you trying to kid?
I'm bad. Are you lucky?
No. I would still be playing Pokemon competitively if I was lucky.
Well, yeah. You're an analyst for the PPL this season, aren't you?
For D2, yes. I'm doing power rankings with Togavor.
Ah, so you get to analyze Eric still.
Yeah, I do. Are you doing, you're doing, what is it, D1 power rankings still?
No, they got some of the TTM guys.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were still doing it or not. I know you did last season with Eric.
Yeah. But I kind of dropped off halfway through, unfortunately.
Hey, I know the feeling.
But it was my fault. Is that Riz?
Nope, it's someone else wanting to trade with Trip. Why does Trip have so many friends on his 3DS that want to play Pokemon with him? Oh, there it is. They're sitting in the challenge.
Here we go. So I guess we'll read out Trip's team. Oh no, he's not streaming the bottom screen, is he?
We can still read it off. Or during the team preview, we'll read them.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait. Something went wrong again. He's trying to trade again. I can't wait for the turn 10 disconnect. Don't say the sets. Yeah, Trip, you don't think?
Yeah, that's what we're going to read out. We're not going to read out the Pokemon, just the sets.
He has to guess which Pokemon has which set.
That would be entertaining.
Oh, there's the Kyurem B. Is this the one with high jump kick?
Trip has Kyurem and not Kyurem B. Just throwing that out.
Oh, is it normal Kyurem?
Yeah, he's done really well with it this season as well.
I could have sworn that when he sent us the list, it said Kyurem B. Maybe I'm just blind. Nope, you're right. It does say normal Kyurem.
Yeah, because Mono had Kyurem B.
Yep, that's right. It's been so long since I've looked at these teams.
You gotta pretend you care.
I've mastered that over the years.
Sometimes you pull it off better than others.
Half the time.
Are we starting?
I think so. If it communicates, I can't wait for the turn 11 disconnect.
No.
All right,
no
I'll read Trip. You read Riz's team. You go first.
Okie dokie. So Riz is bringing his Lucario, who is actually in the top 10 of the MVP race this season. He's got Latios, Nidoqueen, Jirachi, Clefable, and Snorlax.
Very intimidating team. Meanwhile, what you can't see is Trip's team. He's rocking Havalug, the monster, along with Megalop, Electros, Vaporeon, Mew, the champion, and normal Kyurem, not Kyurem Black or White.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if he brought Kyurem White?
I think I'd be questioning why he's bringing in banned Pokemon, to be honest.
He's the champion of last season. He can do what he wants.
No, Trip, you cannot do that.
People are already calling out the belly drum Snorlax sweep.
That would be entertaining.
So what are we thinking? What are you thinking for leads here, Frito? What do you see them leading with?
I know Trip is quite a fan of leading with his Avalugg from some of the games he's played this season. Mm-hmm. Maybe not in this matchup. Maybe Mew?
Mew, that's a potential one. I could see a Jirachi lead from Riz.
Yeah, definitely.
Going off of the whole him normally leading with Avalugg. Oh, here we go.
Let's find out what the leads are. Well, we already know Trip's lead.
I actually wasn't paying attention. I don't know what he led with. It's gonna be a surprise.
Okay.
All right, guys, here we go. Wow, there was little delay in between the stream and the actual video. That's nice. Clefable is Riz's lead. Okay. And then Electros was Trip's.
Oh, interesting leads.
Very interesting. Doesn't really seem like either of them has a major hold over the other.
It's worth noting that Electros does get that poison coverage.
He does, but I mean, what coverage doesn't Electros get?
That's pretty true.
The real question is Trip going to go for some type of initiative rather than try and go for a poison stab that he may or may not have? Or not stab, but a poison move he may or may not have.
Well, Electros is great in the way it gets access to Volt Switch and U-turn. So,
yep. What is Riz has Nidoqueen, right?
Exactly. So he has that ground type if he wants to go into it predicting the Volt Switch. Whereas U-turn would be a much safer option for Trip if he's carrying it.
Up there's Clefable's going out, afraid of that gunk shot or whatever else it is the Electros gets.
And he is
going into the Nidoqueen. And there's the U-turn, just like you said. Very good planning on Trip's part.
Trip usually does pull up some nice planning.
Nice rocky helmet damage, though. Get some chip on that Electros.
Yeah, maybe he's brought that for the Mega Loopany?
Possibly, could be. That would be good to switch in on high jump kicks, definitely.
That'd be great, especially with that poison resist.
Mew is in. Went into
Obviously,
Mew instead of the Kyurem or the Lopunny.
he's maybe got the Psychic Stab, which is going to
Could
scare
potentially.
Riz out.
I was expecting Kyurem myself, but that is very possible since he decided to send in Mew instead of the Kyurem.
Yeah. Trip has brought some quite passive Kyurem sets this season, so maybe he's gone for the same again and doesn't really have coverage for Nidoqueen.
It is possible. He could have brought it in because it's Defog Mew and he's expecting the Stealth Rocks also. That's a possibility.
That is definitely a possibility. Or again,
he probably wants to try and get Riz to not even try to go for Stealth Rocks. It could be a fake out, something like that, maybe.
You never know with Mew. It can do way too many things.
Yeah,
which is kind of the curse of drafting it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't have the balls to draft a Mew, personally. They both.
I was always more of a Victini guy myself.
I love me some Victini. What has Riz gone into? He's gone into the Rachi.
Jirachi's here. Ooh, it's SD Mew. I can hear Shoddy having flashbacks in the distance.
Question is this going to be a sweep?
I don't. At plus two, it depends on the moves, but I'm not sure if Mew would be able to sweep from this position because there's hardly damage on anything. I don't remember all of Riz's team off the top of my head. Clefable is still at full.
Oh yeah, Clefable.
And it could be unaware. Mew probably has a poison type move for that specifically, or a steel type move. Could be Iron Tail, could be Gunk Shot, something like that. Definitely. But at the same time, if it's an unaware Clefable, it should probably still live one because it's at like full HP right now, is it not?
Yeah, definitely full HP because he switched out.
Oh, trick!
Wow,
that's unfortunate.
Here we go.
Choice Scarf, Swords Dance, Mew, and
he goes for the Earthquake.
Was the item he had. +2 Earthquake. I think it's dead. Yeah, it's dead. That Citrus Berry is not saving it. So in exchange for crippling the Mew, he has he's lost his Jirachi.
Which is unfortunate, but now he has Latios, who's obviously immune to that Earthquake. Which
so now he gets a free switch in.
Yeah.
So he stopped the potential sweep at the loss of Jirachi.
Was it worth it? I don't think
when
Jirachi...
your opponent still has Kyurem, I'm not so sure.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
So he no longer has a steel type to help deal with that. I mean, he still has Latios, obviously. This is Mega Latios, isn't it?
Yes, I believe it is. No. Is it?
Is it? He didn't have another Mega on his team, so I think it is. Or he might just not have.
Yes, it is. I'm wrong.
It is?
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. What's he gonna pull a switch into? That's the question, because he doesn't have a steel type with him, does he?
No, he doesn't. Obviously, if it's Dragon Dance Latios, then Avalugg is the only correct option.
Yeah. Or if this thing wants to drop a Draco, he doesn't have a switch in.
Yeah.
Vaporeon could take one.
Yeah, Trip has to switch. He can't afford to try and sack the Choice Scarf to Mew because if this is a D-Dance or some kind of setup, Latios.
It'll be GG.
Yeah, if it's Calm Mind or D-Dance and he stays in expecting it to just try and nuke and kill him, then it's over.
Yeah. What is he going to go into? He's in a very tricky situation.
What's his options? He's got
Vaporeon,
you send me that list of Riz's team, by the way, so that since I can't see it.
Yep, I did send it to you. But
I didn't get it.
Oh, didn't you?
I don't think so.
Is that Skype being bad?
It didn't come through.
It's let me copy it again.
Oh, there's the Mega. He switched into Electros. Calm Mind. There it is. That's why you couldn't have stayed in.
Oh, God.
Exactly what I thought.
You do not want to take a Draco from that after a Calm Mind.
Definitely not. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a single thing that lives a Draco right now. There it is. Now it's there.
There you go.
Cool. So he's still got Clef, Nido, Latios, Lucario. Yeah, Choice Scarf Mew can still put in some very nice work.
It can do things.
It is worth keeping, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely.
Plus the whole Calm Mind risk, he couldn't really afford that. But now the question is what's his next move? Because something is dying to a Draco Meteor.
He may even lose 2 in this exchange.
Very plausible.
I really don't know what he's going to do here. He could go for the slow U-turn on the Latios, or he could try and get some damage, or possibly a status.
He could just die.
He could do that as well. Obviously thinking their turns through very hard.
Riz is probably trying to decide if he wants to go for the Draco and get because it'll like kill everything and get the Spadef drop, or if he wants to go for the Psyshock. Oh, he's got Dragon Pulse actually.
Does that mean he's not running Draco?
Oh, he lived it. Super Fang. Interesting. It's going to really lower it. The question is this Roost Calm Mind? It most likely is. Roost Calm Mind dual stab.
Must be.
So he's got Psyshock and Dragon Pulse then, assuming that we're right and assuming he has Rest.
Yeah.
Or not Roost.
But he's in a range now where Trip can go for a slow U-turn and sort of go out to Megalopony. If he's packing the fake out. Obviously, he'll need that speed boost from the fake out.
It's really it's actually somewhat unfortunate for Trip that the Latios doesn't have Draco, because now it can it's not going to be losing a special attack.
Yeah. But on the flip side of that, Riz can't really nuke anything at +1 with the Dragon Pulse. And
that's also very true.
Trip has some fat on his team in the Fallen Vaporeon. Is he going to go for the slow U-turn?
Running low on time. He's pretty much either got to choose, unless the Latios goes for Roost this turn, he has to choose between sacking or hard switching.
Yeah.
It is possible that it could. I don't think it'll Roost when, it seems likely that Trip will just go for another Super Fang. Oh, he is switching.
And he's going into... That's his Vaporeon.
Yep, Vaporeon is here. And there's the Roost.
Goes for the Roost.
Not so. He wants to keep this thing at as much health as possible.
Yeah, he kind of needs to. He's in a good position. Is he running the Ice Beam or is he running the Roar?
Probably a phaser. Ice Beam isn't going to do anything. It has to be a phaser. Ice Beam isn't going to do anything to Megaladios at +1. Well, it's going to do something, but it's not going to be enough. It's not going to do over half.
Guess we'll find out.
The real question is, what is Riz's last move? Did he bring Psyshock or some crazy random coverage move?
What
Probably
would Psyshock hit?
Megalop, but I mean, if you're at +1, you don't really need that, I don't think.
No, and he goes for
actually, with Dragon Pulse, you might. Draco would kill Megalop, but I don't know if Dragon Pulse is enough to kill it from full. But it was the got a Dragon Pulse off, did about 30 to 40%, 35 to 40%, and then the Roar, like we thought.
Yeah, no, Lucario doesn't really want to be in against a Vaporeon.
Not particularly, from my experience.
And there we go. What has he pulled into? Nips is the Fable? Yeah.
Still got this thing at full. He's just going to Roar again. Was he expecting SD Lucario or what? Big Trip? That's so mean. Of course. Well, time to Roar on the belly drum for the third time in a row.
Trip did, of course, have this in the final last season. So that's 2 finals that Snorlax has made.
Good for Snorlax.
It's nice
to see. From being a lazy bum in Gen 1 to being in the 2 finals in a row in TBU.
That's 2 out of 3 finals.
It's pretty good. Going for the wish? All right. Is he trying to just scout, or does he want to try and get... Ooh, Facade. That's nice.
He must have been predicting the Scald Day.
Yeah, it did basically nothing. I'm wondering if Trip is planning to try and get into Electros here, or if he's just trying to scout. I think he's just trying to scout out what Snorlax wants to do.
I think so.
There's still hope. There's still hope that this is Facade Belly Drum Snorlax.
That would be legendary. Salad Berry?
Is Facade affected by sleep? If you're asleep and then sleep talk Facade, does it do boosted damage?
I don't actually know the answer to that. I'd expect so.
I would imagine so, yeah.
Still a status.
Some people are saying that it could be AV-Lax. That's also very possible.
Yeah, that'd easily chew a Scald. And then, if it got the burn, it'd be able to get massive damage off with the Facade.
Definitely.
But if he is AV, then that means he's not running the belly drum.
Trip is getting his wish in this turn, but is he going to stay? He can definitely live another facade if he doesn't Scald Burn the Snorlax. So is he going to stay in and try and get some HP, or try and get into something else and use the wish to make it a free switch?
We haven't seen if he's running Protect, so he could go for Protect this turn.
He could be Protect, Roar, Wish, and then probably attacking move, which would most likely be Scald. Ooh, it's a Curselax. It's wow. Curselax.
Okay.
That's not nearly as impressive.
What did Trip go for? He went for
he roared it out. That is what I'm talking about. Trip is having none of this setup. Oh, and now there's a ground type on the field. How unfortunate.
Is Nidoqueen running the T-Bolt?
Even if it is, I'm pretty sure Vaporeon will take it all right.
Oh, yeah, he'll take it. Easily. It's got that massive HP and decent SPDEF.
Vaporeon is a great mon.
I know it is. You don't have to tell me. I've had it in every season of League I've played.
I'm telling everyone to make sure everyone understands that it's one of the best evolutions.
It is definitely number 2 when it comes to competitive play.
I can agree with that.
Only beaten by Sylveon, of course.
It depends on the team, but just an overall standing, I'd probably say yes to that assumption.
Thanks. It's not often you agree with people.
Yeah, not usually, but, you know, we're in a competitive scene here, so I have to not be my normal douche self.
Wow, we should put you in a competitive scene more often.
No, man, I quit that a while back for a reason. I'm not good enough at Pokemon. I do like to watch and be an analyst and commentate on stuff like this, though. So, does Trip go for the obvious Scald here, risking the Snorlax coming in and getting its burn facade, or what's his plan?
Obviously, it's going to be really risky for him, because if he gets off the burn, and then Riz goes for like a curse, it's going to be doing massive damage to anything.
I'm thinking Riz is just going to stay in and go for that Stealth Rocks.
Rocks would be good for
still not
Kyurem.
Up, and that would be for Kyurem specifically, and even Avalugg to an extent.
And break that sturdy.
Oh, he's switching out.
What has he gone into?
Back into the Clef.
Fable. Okay.
Probably Magic Guard. He didn't want to get the burn on Snorlax, I suppose. He'd rather get it on Clef. And Vaporeon is going out into Electros. Potentially as death fodder, or to take a ground type move of some sort.
Yeah, maybe. Because obviously it's got that Levitate. Earth Power isn't going to be doing jack. Is he packing the Gunk Shot on this? Is Riz afraid of that?
He didn't Gunk Shot turn 1. He U-turned. So Riz doesn't know if he has the poison coverage, but he also knows that Trip, in the last time they were in this scenario, went for the U-turn.
Yeah, so he may be feeling safe, or maybe Trip did it to lure him into that sense of security.
Electros probably just straight up dies to Moonblast from here. Depending on the, the Clef's going for Moonblast, depending on the spread.
And that's
it's
a
out.
dead Electros.
There it goes. So now we're down to 5-5. Both teams have lost a Mon.
I think maybe Riz lost the more important Mon, being Jirachi.
Definitely, but he did. Getting a Scarf on the SD Mew was definitely a big kick to Trip.
Yeah. We'll find out if it was worth the trade towards the end of the game, I guess. Because obviously he's got that Lucario. So if Trip can get rid of the Mega Latios, then I don't think he has any more immunities to an Earthquake.
Yep. Well, I mean, if this is defensive Clef, that's basically an immunity.
True. I hate Clefable.
I despise it so much.
It just takes too many hits.
Megalop still hasn't hit the field. But what Mons haven't... Trip has only been using 3 Mons so far, hasn't he? He hasn't had Kyurem, Avalugg, or Lop hit the field. And then I think because of Roar shenanigans, Riz has had everything hit the field.
I think so. Maybe we haven't seen one from Riz.
Let's see here. Lucario was on the field for a turn. Latios was. Nidoqueen was. Jirachi was. Clefable, and Snorlax. His whole team has been on the field. Trip has still got 3 in the bag.
There we go. He obviously needs to get the Mega Evolution off with Mega Lopunny.
Honestly, I think he's really Trip has taken his time here. I think that wait a minute, here we go. He's bringing in Kyurem. Interesting.
That's a
I was
bold
about to
move.
say I think Trip might be a little screwed. I'm starting to think that Mew was Poison Stab's setup for Clefable to set up on the Clef. That would make a lot of sense, and he can't do that now.
No, he can't. Does
So
he
might
have
be
anything?
He might have been screwed over a little bit there.
Yeah, he's not running a Steel type, and he has no Poison type, does he?
Nope.
So Clef is definitely going to be a problem for him.
What does Kyurem can take a Moonblast, can't it? It can take
It can
one,
take
I
a
think?
Moonblast, yeah.
Yeah, it's bulky enough for that.
If he's AV, maybe he could even take 3 potentially? No, 2. 2, not 3. I said that wrong.
Yes, he can potentially take 2 depending on the spread of the both Mons, I'd say.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Kyurem right now. It's fairly bulky.
Does Kyurem get Sludge Wave?
I know it gets Iron Head and Flash Cannon. I do not think it gets Poison Stab. Or not. I keep saying Stab. It doesn't get Poison Coverage.
We'll find out what he's going to go for here. Maybe he's trying to scare Riz out.
The fact that he sent out Kyurem really makes me think that the Mew was his Clefable answer. And Clefable's going to switch out. It's afraid of something. He's going to bring in the Lucario. Ooh. Ice Beam. His Ice Beam would not have done a lot to that thing. It did a lot to Lucario, though. Holy cow. Oh,
and
the freeze.
He gets the freeze.
The freeze. Now we're playing competitive Mons. this is the Pokemon I remember. And it's Life Orb Kyurem, so he's not choiced. He can switch up moves.
Can easily go for that Earth Power. Is he going to want to risk their defreeze? The Thorin.
Thawing. I didn't even know what you were trying to say there. So it is Life Orb Kyurem. It's got a nice little extra punch there. Probably fully offensive, and I'm betting the Mew was his answer to Clef, so he was just trying to get damage off on Clef, see if he outsped it and whatnot. Yeah. I imagine it's probably max speed Kyurem, so it would outspeed it no matter what.
Yeah, definitely. Wouldn't even need to be max speed to outspeed the Clef.
Yeah, it could do that. It could do that while being modest, couldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Riz is obviously in a bit of a situation now. If he doesn't
he's frozen on his fighting type Mon against the ice type.
The fighting Steel type against the ice type.
Someone just said in chat, set up a sub on the freeze. This could be a sub Life Orb Kyurem, and that would just be horrible for Riz.
Oh wow!
Here we go, frozen.
Oh god.
Earth Power. It didn't set up a sub. He either didn't want to risk the thawing like turn 1, or he just didn't have a nice crit. Definitely necessary. Or he just doesn't have sub, either or. But he does have a Earth Power and Ice Beam, so he's got 2 moves left. Could be 2 other coverage moves, Dragon Stab potentially, or something like sub or Roost.
Yeah.
The Clef is back in.
Sub-Life Orb is not ideal, unless you're running the Roost, of course.
Yeah, definitely. So now, I think even after another, depending on the spread, probably even after another Life Orb damage, Kyurem should be able to live a Moonblast, unless this is like super offensive Clef.
Yeah, definitely. Because Kyurem's bulky.
Yeah, it can definitely still take. I think it'll still live even after the Life Orb and a Moonblast.
Yeah.
So he could try and do what he did originally and just go for damage with something like Ice Beam, try and get another freeze even. Or he could pull a switch into something else.
Again, his only fat that he has is Vaporeon.
What else? There's still Snorlax. And Nidoqueen and Latios on the other side of the field, so it would be nice to keep Kyurem. But yeah. I definitely could see him just leaving it to die. But he is going to switch and go into the Mew and then take the Moonblast. Not well at all.
That did a lot of damage.
That is definitely some kind of offensive Clef. Or this is... Yeah, I think it has to be. Base 100 in all stats, it's got to have some kind of special attack investment.
Is it Magic Guard Life Orb?
That's also possible. I forgot about that. It could be Life Orb Magic Guard.
Because he did switch it into the Vaporeon earlier. So if he was expecting the Scald.
That, you bring up a very good point. It could very well be just a full-on Life Orb Magic Guard max special attack Clef.
Been a while since I've seen one of those.
He is not going to stay in. He knows that the Mew was supposed to be the answer and has probably got poison moves.
Yeah.
And he's going to predict that by going into the Nidoqueen, and it's going to work immaculately as it takes the Gunk Shot. So that Mew was probably meant to be Swords Dance, Roost with Gunk Shot and EQ. And now Riz has got like the run of the field. After seeing the damage of that Gunk Shot, Mew cannot afford to stay in since it's Scarfed.
Well, that wasn't even damage, let's be honest.
Yeah, that's a fair point, actually.
He's going into the
He's going
Kyurem.
back into the Kyurem. Is this where Stealth Rocks finally go up? No Toxic Spikes. Not the hazard I was expecting.
But it's a hazard that's really going to affect Trip because he has no ground immunity, no flying types or levitators.
He also has no poison type to switch into it.
Yeah, exactly. Whoa, hold on. Someone's saying Life Orb Clef better than Spec Sylveon in the chat. You, sir, are wrong.
Explain to me where Clefable gets Hyper Voice.
Yeah, exactly. It's got Moonblast as its only stab.
It can get Dazzling Gleam, can it?
I meant only stab worth mentioning.
No, dude, doubles. You don't understand.
Wow, he
nice
predicts the Snorlax.
Nice prediction. Focus Blast on the Snorlax switch. Whoo, that's some big damage.
That is big damage.
I think he has to Focus Blast it again. I don't think Earth Power will take it out. I think it'll just live. Just barely.
Yeah, because it's unstab. If he's got Draco, it'd be a good time to drop it.
Yeah. Dragon Pulse even, if he has that instead, that would probably kill from here. I don't think Earth Power will, though. I think it'll just live, judging by the Focus Blast damage.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage.
And he's got Thick Fat, so Ice Beam isn't going to do it. He's either got to risk a Focus Miss, or he's got to go for something different. Or something we didn't consider, he could just crit the Earth Power.
Yeah, well, he got that last Earth Power crit, which totally mattered, so maybe he can get one that matters this time.
That's a possibility.
Is he going to want to risk that, though?
By the way, we've got like over 50 people watching this live. Thank you all for coming out to watch.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Hope you're enjoying the final match of the TBU Season 3 here. It's been pretty good so far. I'm glad that it wasn't just a Mew setup SD sweep in 10 turns.
Yeah, and I'm also glad it wasn't Trip just sticking Choice Scarf on everything again and just running through the opposing team.
What if this is Choice Scarf Life Orb? With Wide Lens, so that it hits the Focus Blast.
Oh, triple items.
Exactly. You see one for each wing and then one on its forehead.
What's
this? Custap Berry. Whoa. What?
Self-destruct.
Custap. Here we go. Goodbye, Kyurem. I'll miss you. It was fun having you in the battle for while you were there.
So it didn't actually matter what Trip went for that turn.
Why give your opponent the chance to miss Focus Blast when you can just kill yourself? So it's 4-on-3 now, isn't it?
I believe so. We got the double down.
Yeah, that was probably Trip's best answer to killing the Nidoqueen right there. He's still got Vaporeon, though, which can do well, and Choice Scarf Earthquake Mew.
Yeah, Riz has still got the Clef, though, and Trip's answers to Clef are really starting to disappear.
Choice Scarf Gunk Shot is his answer to Clef.
Yeah, exactly. Because Megalop needs the Clef to be switching in a couple of times for it to be at a range where it can KO it.
Although it is an offensive Clef from what we've seen, so Megalop is going to be hitting it harder than you might normally expect. But he still has Nidoqueen, so as long as Nidoqueen is doing well, then
this is true.
Lop is fine. But now it's Avalugg against Clef.
And we know Avalugg has like nothing in special defense. If he takes him down to a sturdy, he's obviously going to die to the poison.
It could be Miracote, though. Trading Avalugg for Clef sounds really nice right about now.
That would be perfect. If he can pull that off, I think Trip can run away with this because it's only Mega Latios and Nidoqueen left.
He would just have to he would have to get the Nidoqueen low enough for Megalop, or
yeah, well, he's still got the Vaporeon and the Mew.
Yeah, Vaporeon can do that easily.
Yeah, Vaporeon can take hits from the Nidoqueen and get damage off to...
This is definitely coming down a bit to the wire.
It is. It's much more tense than last season was.
The real question, since this is offensive clef, is it setup? Can it try and like set up Calm Minds or something on the Mirror Coat?
Ooh. Is Trip running Mirror Coat though? He's already done it once this season.
That's also
so
true. He could. I mean, what else is Avalugg going to do with its life?
Avalanche?
What's that going to do to even an offensive clef? What is that really going to do?
It gets some damage off, maybe.
Oh, someone just said in chat, that's actually a really good point, that Lop probably 2-hit KOs this clef since it's offensive from what we've seen.
Yeah, because it's a 3-hit KO, is it? With return? Or 4-hit KO after leftovers, maybe, on a standard clef.
I have no idea. I don't know clef calcs.
He's
going to switch out the Avalugg into the Vaporeon. He apparently wants to keep the Avalugg alive.
Okay.
Yeah, use Toxic when you have Toxic spikes up. Good job. Can we all clap for Riz for a second there?
Yeah. Maybe we'll say that was a misclick, and we'll give Riz the benefit of the doubt there. Should we? Yeah.
I don't give people benefit of the doubt. Riz is an idiot.
Okay.
All right, I'm glad we came to this conclusion together.
Yeah. We've got good old Chaos coming out of his shell.
We've only seen 3 moves from this Vaporeon. It could be Heal Bell, and that would basically give Avalugg Sturdy back, since it won't take poison damage on its next switch-in.
This is true. Heal Bell
It'll give him. He'll only have that one turn because, he'll get poisoned again upon re-entry, but he won't lose it upon the re-entry.
No. Which would be good for him, because I think he's in a position where he needs to keep that sturdy. He obviously had nothing to hit the clef, or nothing he was comfortable hitting the clef with. Thunderbolt.
Oh, that's a really good point. The Toxic was probably to scout for Mirror Coat.
Yeah. Okay.
I will admit when I'm wrong, that's probably true. That would have been smart on his part. There's the burn, but this is probably Magikarp like we discussed earlier, Magikarp Life Orb. That did do a lot to the Vaporeon.
Definitely. So, obviously Trip is just trying to wear this thing down to a point that he can KO it. Is he running the soft boil though on the clap, Riz?
I can't imagine a Clefable without a soft boiled.
Yeah. I don't think there's any call for him not to run soft boiled in a game like this.
He has Toxic, so if he has soft boiled, then he's only got one coverage move. What did he go for a minute ago? Was that Moonblast he went for?
Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt. So that's his last move. I wasn't looking at the screen when that happened.
Have we seen all the other moves? Moonblast.
We haven't seen the fourth move, but we assume it's soft boiled.
Yeah. I think that's a safe assumption. He's got decent enough coverage for what Trip has left then, if that is the case.
It's definitely looking like Riz's game right now.
Yeah, because obviously Trip's in a position, he's got a Choice Scarf Mew that has Earthquake and Gunk Shot, and Riz has switches for both of those moves.
Fully offensive Clefable, could Megalop kill it from here?
I'm going to say no.
Oh, there's the soft boiled. There it is.
Wow. Trip's going to be praying for crits now.
Yeah, he needs to crit scald. Oh, was that? There it is, crit scald. What did we say? I was about to say, like, either we just called it or that is one incredible roll.
Yeah. Hax is playing in Trip's favor this game. Obviously, the freeze and the crit. Riz is just going to keep soft-boiled in.
Definitely. So is he going to stay in until Vaporeon dies and just keep firing scalds, or is he going to pull a switch? That's the question. Or he could even roar him out if he wants to get something that's not the Clef in.
But then if he does that, Clef's going to get the soft-boiled off and be at max health.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to go for...
He's trying to put damage on it.
He's trying to get damage on it. He's probably trying to get a safe switch into Lop.
Yeah. Because obviously Vaporeon's going to go down to the poison at some point. What's that, about another 3 turns? Can't quite read that number.
It's 62. 3 turns probably. 3, 4 max.
He's going to be recovering more damage than the Scald is doing though, isn't he? Yeah.
So if that's max HP only Clefable, no defense investment, then Megalop Jolly 252 attack will do 58 min with return.
Oh, so he's praying for crits.
Yeah, basically. He needs like 40% damage.
It's if Riz can pull this out after the freeze, because Riz's Lucario is actually in the MVP race, top 10 as well. So he's done a lot with it this season. And he's going to go for the KO. Obviously, doesn't want to risk another crit.
So now it's 2-3. The game that has mostly been in Trips, or no, it's not 2. It's 3-3. My bad.
3-3.
I think it's mostly been in Trips' favor. Now it's more in Riz's. The game has really turned around from early on.
Which is nice to see in a final. It's not completely one-sided. Megalop is not going to KO from there. That's
someone just said that Megalop gets Iron Tail, which I was not aware of, but Iron Tail would definitely kill from here. Or if it's Facade probably does more than return after the poison spikes, but I don't think he would have planned for a status Lopunny.
You never know with Trip, that's the thing.
That's the very point.
Jolt has just pointed out, if it's Fake Out, then Fake Out and return would kill.
At this range, it would. At full, it wouldn't have.
No.
I was thinking about full earlier, but yeah, it definitely Fake Out even with leftovers, which it doesn't have its Life Orb.
Yeah, I guess we just got to find out if he is packing the Fake Out.
I think he has to go into Lop here. Like, what are his other options? Avalugg?
And Mew.
And Mew.
A Choice Scarf Mew.
Yeah, and Nidoqueen still exists, so that would just make a 50-50 play.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think Trip really wants to be making a 50-50. Because he calls that wrong and he's lost the game, basically. I guess this is where we find out.
Is finally on the field. It's time to see.
Does it have the Fake Out?
He can just switch into Nido. Isn't Nidoqueen still at good health? It's not even at half, is it? And it's Rocky Helmet, like, probably, like, Gunk Shot did literally 0, so it's probably pretty invested, at least in HP.
This is true. That would be a nice switch for him. I think it's still around 90%, I'd say, because it hasn't taken damage apart from that Gunk Shot, has it? And a U-turn.
Yeah, it's probably around 90%. I don't remember.
Yeah.
He never got a Scald off on it, so it's definitely above half.
Yeah.
Definitely above 75 even, so it's probably around 80 to 90 HP at worst.
Which is a good position for Riz to be in, with a Mega Lopunny staring him down. Because with the Rocky Helmet and the Toxic Spike damage...
here's the switch. Here we go.
Is it Nidoqueen?
Did he switch into Nido? Yep, it's Nidoqueen. What did Trip do? Did he Fake Out? It's at about 90%.
Fake Out isn't going to be doing much, of course, if he did.
No, it's hardly going to do anything, but the Rocky Helmet and Poison Rack-Up's going to be really bad for Trip. He went straight for the return like a man.
That's a two-hit
that's
KO.
Not enough. I don't know.
No?
That looks close to me. I'm looking at the replay. That looks about like it did half of the 90%. It did about 45% from what I saw.
Okay. That might be a roll.
I think it's a roll.
Is Trip going to...
I think he has to play for the roll. It's at like 40% right now. It was at 90 or 45%. It was at 90 before. I can't tell. It might not be a roll. I don't know. It's hard to tell when you're not on Showdown.
Yeah.
It's more than likely a roll.
I think it
definitely has the potential to kill, but it also has the potential to live, so it could go either way.
If he gets rid of this, then Trip is in a position where he can keep Gunk Shotting with the Mew.
That's true. Oh, he went for the return. Let's see. The roll. It's out? I think it's dead.
Yeah, I think it's out.
It's dead. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's not a silver there. Yep, it's out. He got it. I don't know if it was a roll or not, but if it was, he got it. I mean, he froze the Lucario earlier. Do we really expect any less?
No.
Okay, so Lop still is all right on HP. It should outspeed everything. And here's the Latios, but I'm pretty sure Latios is going to take a return.
Oh, yeah, easily.
So, yeah.
I think this is going to be a Mew sack. Because Avalugg still has his Sturdy. If he gets the free switch into Avalugg, then he can go for...
Yeah, if he sacks the Mew, then Avalugg will still have Sturdy for one turn to get some damage off.
Yeah.
But if that happens, then all Riz has to do is switch into Clef, and I think he wins.
Yeah.
It's looking like Riz has got this.
Will he be dethroning Trip? I think he has to go for the Mew sack, though.
Actually, he could sack Avalugg and then with Scarf Mew get some damage off. But I don't think it's going to be enough damage to get Latios to die to return.
Yeah, because he could, of course, get the poison from Gunk Shot.
Yep, he got the freeze. He's going to get the poison from Gunk Shot. That's what he needs. The way I see it, if he sacks Mew and then goes into Avalugg, he's going to lose.
Ooh.
Because then Clef just comes in.
Does Avalugg get Gyro Ball? I feel like it's something that should get Gyro Ball.
I honestly do not know.
Is it slow enough to the point where you'd expect it to have it? I've got to find that out quickly. Because that would be a good.
This is a really close final game. I did not expect this game to be this close.
No.
Or to last almost 40 minutes.
The poll we did on Twitter, 51% of people expect Riz to win, and only 49% Trip. Yeah.
That's not only surprisingly close, but I'm surprised that the numbers aren't switched. He did switch in the Mew. And there's Dragon Pulse. That's going to take it out more than likely.
Easily at that range.
Or not, but the poison will.
Okay.
Robbing Mega Latios of that last kill of the season. All right, so now what does he do? This is the real question. Probably he's got to go into Avalugg, because it wouldn't make sense to just go back into Mega Lob.
No, because, well, he could go for a Fake Out, but that's not going to be doing massive damage, and we don't even know if he has that yet. Okay,
yeah, he did go into Avalugg. If he did have Fake Out, though, couldn't he have faked out, sacked Avalugg? No, I think he would have died to poison before he could have won at that point.
Yeah. He's obviously.
So I mean, the way I see it here, he just goes into Clef.
Yeah, he has to. Because if he keeps the Latios, then he's won, basically, if he can keep it at full HP. Just to let you know, Avalugg does get Gyro Ball.
It does, but is that really going to do anything to a Clef?
Super effective, slow. Maybe he's running speed.
I'm going to look it up. I don't know Avalugg. I don't know. It's got 117 base attack. That's not bad.
That's pretty hefty.
Hefty. Let's see. 0 speed Clef, 0 speed, no attack invested. Avalugg Gyro Ball does 22. Earthquake.
Wow. Okay. That's nothing.
Yeah, that's not doing anything.
No, okay. So he's got to be dropping an Avalanche.
Trip deserves to lose for bringing Avalugg. I wish I could dispute that, but I can't.
Avalugg has done a lot for Trip this season. It's been a big player for him. Whether it's going to be a big player here is another question. He does go into the Clef. Is he going to get a crit?
Probably his smartest move, yeah. As long as the Latios is at full health, he's fine.
Yeah. Because obviously Avalugg's about to lose its sturdy.
That did hardly anything.
That's GG from here.
Yeah, I think Riz has got this at this point. It's going to be really close, but he's basically got it.
Yeah. Because Megalop can't take a Latios down in one hit. Even if he was to get rid of this Clef with the Avalugg. I think we're about to see a new TBU champion.
Trip, I'm so disappointed in you.
You're disappointed in a lot of people, though.
Yeah, but, I started the season going for Slyro, and then he let me down in week 2 and 3, and then I was like, okay, well, Trip can do it. And now he's letting me down here.
You did say in the chat before this game that he's going to be a massive disappointment to you if he loses this game.
Yeah, exactly. I'm fairly certain that I'm disowning him completely.
Wow. So
he's switching out the Avalugg.
What?
Into Megalob. And there goes Megalob.
Okay. Not sure why he did that.
Expected soft-boiled?
Maybe. But Lop wasn't going to take it out. Riz obviously
if he had that iron tail he was talking about, it might have.
After a soft boiled? Because it's unstaffed.
Fake out.
Oh yeah, if he's got that. But that is GG.
Oh, shoot it. There's the Avalanche. That is going to be the game. Oh, he gets it. It's going to be a 1-0. He gets the Avalanche kill at the last second.
Wow. So congratulations to Rizzy Pow, new TBU champion.
By a 1-0, that was an incredibly close battle.
That was very close. It was exciting to watch. Hope you guys enjoyed watching it as well. The Twitter poll was right, and with it being such a close vote, it was a close game. Should we see if we can get Riz in call?
Ew, I don't want to talk to Riz.
Okay. I thought maybe, seeing as we did it with Trip last season, it'd be great for Riz.
I wasn't here last season, so. But I mean, yeah, if you want to try and get him to call, do it.
Let's see. So, Megalatios is now the TBU champion.
Ah!
You stop that right now.
That was so close.
And in the screen share.
Huh?
Turn off the screen share.
Oh.
We don't want to see your weep shit, mate.
We don't want to see. Yeah, we don't want to see your stupid screen anymore, you loser.
Wow. Hurtful.
You lost. You've let me down, Trip. I needed one thing from you, and you failed me.
I was so close.
Very close.
Man.
So you did have Iron Tail on the
I
Mega
did.
Lob as well as Fake Out.
Uh-huh.
So what went wrong?
I don't know. I didn't know what to do at the end. Like, I had to have him soft-boiled and then meet Iron Tail on the clef and kill it.
Yep.
That's because he didn't have defense.
Someone mentioned that you should have just double switched when the clef was coming in with Avalug.
Yeah, but the
Probably
thing
would've
was,
been
he might have just stayed in and tried to calm mind up.
Yeah, but I mean, your other alternative was what happened.
Yeah, true.
But
There
it
was
was
no way
it definitely came down to a couple of mind games at the end. Can't really fault you for not getting them right.
I know, it sucks.
It was a really
So
close
close.
game. Like, fair play.
Hello.
Freeze on the Lucario, though.
Hi.
Congrats,
Riz,
Riz.
Yo, congrats,
congratulations
Riz.
on the narrow 1-0 victory. Well done.
Thanks.
Crazy match.
Yeah.
How was that for you? Oh, no.
Oh.
Yeah, I agree with the sigh. That's how I would feel too after winning a league match against Trip.
I'm still a bit. All right. Yeah, I was kind of scared, especially when you froze my
Froze Lucario.
Yeah. Cause that berry Snorlax worked. Yay!
Trip,
That
how
was
do you
beautiful.
get a freeze and kill the mon that was frozen when it doesn't thaw and still lose the final match?
Yo, I didn't know. I don't know.
It was very close. It was well played
Trip,
from both sides.
Trip, I better see some major comebacks next season because I'm going to be back next season, so you better not let me down again.
Okay.
Just a K.
But it was a very good match. You guys put on a good show.
Jolt was the one who actually gave me the idea of the Custap Snorlax. So
No,
yeah.
no. You don't give. You're the champion now. You take all the credit for yourself. You don't say anyone else did
Okay,
anything
all
well.
right. All right, I just
Like-
know myself. I'm just amazing.
Yeah, if Trip had won, then he wouldn't say like, "Oh, well, Mono's the reason I had SDMU." That's not how it works. You take full credibility for all of it. That's what winners do.
Oh yeah, I am amazing. Everyone knows it already, obviously.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
I know.
I
Yeah.
think we can announce as well that you guys will be battling in the Token Minority Summer Showdown this Saturday as well.
Yeah.
I'll be participating.
Yeah,
Yeah, in
we'll
the
both be
open division,
participating.
but-
You are too.
Yeah, I am.
Mhm.
Plug. So maybe you two can get another matchup.
If we
based on-
meet each other in brackets, I'm not in the All-Star division, so
Yeah, Trip would have to make it through this season.
yeah. But
Trip.
Trip isn't making brackets anyway.
We'll see.
I think Trip is quite depressed by that loss.
It sucks.
He's definitely like, what's that stupid anime you showed me once? He's opening up Maso Goku and whatever it is
Oh,
to feel better about himself.
I stopped watching that though. I should get on that.
So
let me read the chat.
we topped out at 76 viewers, by the way, for your
That
final.
is pretty awesome.
That's
76?
really good. Yeah.
Hey, nice.
Would you like to thank all the lovely fans for turning up?
Oh yeah, thanks everyone for showing up. You guys are amazing.
Frito,
Must be-
do we want to like pull back the curtain and show where Frito has his hand in Riz's back and is like controlling him like a sock puppet, making him say all these things?
No, I don't think we should. It would kill the illusion.
Don't look at the man behind the curtain.
Definitely don't. So, we should wrap up, I guess.
Do we? We
How do we
have
do this?
confirmed that the next TBU season is not going to be until after Sun and Moon, right?
It
Oh,
is
yeah.
going to be starting in January.
January.
Yes.
So there you go for all of you who want to know when the TBU will return, when Riz and Trip, hopefully... Riz, are you coming back? I'm pretty sure Trip said he was.
I'm not sure yet. There's a chance that I might
All
not.
right, well,
so.
we'll see when January rolls around, but that is going to be when TBU Season 4 comes back. We're having a bit of a long break because Sun and Moon is coming out soon, and we don't want to be having a league in the middle of the release. I doubt many people do, so...
No. And we also have to wait for the PPL season to finish.
Yes,
so if you
they'll
guys,
be done just before Sun and Moon, so it'll fit up
Yeah.
pretty well.
and if you guys are looking for league action, you can go check them out. That's the Pokemon
PBL just
Premier
started
League.
they just started their uploads this week. First week is up, so go check them out.
And I can also confirm as well that for Season 4, we will be going through a name change, so you won't have to struggle with the TBU anymore.
I'm calling it the TBU for the rest of my days. You can't stop me.
I don't think that's ever going to leave us, but there will be a name change. So thank you for all this.
We're going to add another T. The Battle TBU.
Christ. That would be hard work. So, yeah, this is going to be it. Thank you for all the support this season. Sorry about some of the inconsistencies with uploading on the main channel. There will be a video going up about that as a season wrap-up, so sub to the channel to check that out when it goes up.
Will the replay of this go up on the channel as well?
It will.
Yeah.
Hooray! I can watch it.
You can.
I
And
heard
you can
everything
too.
while I was playing.
I knew that
Oh.
you would. You said you were going to take off your headset.
I
I'm like,
did.
It doesn't
I
matter
took
if
it
he takes
off.
off. I was gonna say it doesn't matter if he takes off his headset. Like unless he takes it to the other room, he's still gonna be able to hear the sound through it.
It's fine.
It's true. So thank you all for coming out, and
Yeah,
thank you
thank you
for
guys.
the support.
Dang, yeah.
Bye bye.
Farewell, everyone.
Boy.